Have you been to the store lately and used a self-checkout lane? Chances are you're going to say, yes, we have gone to the store. I'm typically old-fashioned where I like to go and have that person-to-person interaction and actually check out. Getting groceries, going to the store. I don't like using the self-checkouts as they can kind of be a little crazy at times and you don't know who else has touched them. I'm a real weirdo about that. I also have a 4-year-old daughter, so going through the self-checkout at times is beneficial so we can get in and we can get out. But I like making sure that we're able to give people and keep their jobs and not depending on the artificial intelligence and the robots that, we are seeing kind of take over and everything. I did some research and this is what I found. There was an article that was in Flash's magazine where it was research that was done with Boston University and MIT, and it states that workplace automation squeezes wages and takes away between 3 to 6 jobs per robot. That means that people are losing their jobs because we've put self-checkouts in. They're everywhere. When we go to restaurants, you can pay right here. You can walk into malls. They have certain things that are automated there too as well. In healthcare, they actually have robots that are helping out with surgeries. So they're taking away surgical techs that don't even need to be there. You can go into an Amazon store and just have your Amazon logged in and you can walk in, grab a drink, grab a soda, grab whatever they have in those stores and just walk right out and it pays instantaneously. We see them in the self-checkouts and everything. So whenever we go to the store, we notice that self-checkouts over here and there may be 2 lanes, 3 lanes, if that even open at the grocery store, at Target, at Walmart, just to name a few. We're kind of getting away from that whole personal interaction with people and just going, okay, quick and go out the door. So that's kind of something that's different. Next, I'll move on to, there was another one. It was an article in an article titled "Artificial Intelligence of the Real World States." It basically states as technology improves, robotic automation projects are likely to lead to some job losses in the future, particularly in the offshore business processing outsourcing industry. If you can outsource a task, you can probably automate it. Basically, it leaves a cognitive insight. Basically, it's algorithms that use patterns and everything. We kind of see this whenever we log onto our Facebook where, hey, we looked at something like a pair of shoes, a purse, something that we've looked at, and it'll automatically populate on the screen for us while we're scrolling to see what our friends and family are doing on Instagram. I know I've seen it on Instagram and I've seen it on Facebook. So it's using those algorithms to pick up a pattern with you, and then it catches you by outsourcing that stuff to you. So you're not going to Target, you're not going to Walmart. It could be a store in California, it could be in Texas, it could be overseas. Just kind of the same principle with Etsy too as well. I know that I've looked at stuff on Etsy and that it'll pop up on my Facebook, which is really, really spooky. But that is something that we're seeing, is that it's using that cognitive artificial intelligence to basically make sure and keep our patterns and then present it to us, where it's no longer taking where we used to watch, watching the television and just seeing the ad come up on the TV. It's kind of getting really scary where Big Brother is watching you in a sense. And then in the text I read, it was humans need not apply to wealth and work in the age of artificial intelligence. It basically states back in the 1800s, farmers were employed about 80% of the workforce. And that evolved into as it evolved into the 1900s, that was cut in half to 40%. And then today, only 1.5% is actually employed in the farming industry. And that's basically saying with the use of the intelligence of, the farming equipment getting bigger and better and more smart and be able to precisely plant where you want it to and where you can drive through. It's now taken that workforce and cut it in half. So there's not a lot of farmers anymore, and if they are, they're very small business and everything, and they can't really afford, in this day and age with the cost of everything, they can't really outsource that and everything else too. So it's something that it's decreased the help and everything. We're also seeing, Amazon, I brought up earlier, Amazon is taken over as a shop that we can get anything and everything, and we can have it at our door if you have Amazon Prime in a day, in 2 days. So we've gotten used to getting that stuff pretty darn quick, and we're not going to the malls anymore. And we're seeing the brick and mortar stores like Macy's, Dillard's, and all of those places kind of shutting down. Sears being a big, huge one, and everything. They were very popular back in the day, and now all of a sudden their stores are closing because they're filing for bankruptcy because Amazon has taken over. Bezos has done a great job, but he's also taking away that workforce from people. He is doing a workforce, warehouses, delivery drivers and everything else, but it's jobs that are just kind of there for the moment. They're not something long term. So it's kind of what we're seeing and everything. Another thing I was reading in that text was that as industry grows and our intelligence grows, is that now we're not going to have the over-the-road trucks can basically kind of start being automated because they can run 24/7, 365. No need for someone being there because that's going to cut down on, the product getting to where it needs to go in a timely manner, where they don't have a person driving, where they get drowsy, they get hungry, they have to stop and eat, go to the bathroom, sleep. Fear of even going and getting in a car accident, that's kind of something that's going to happen later on that we're definitely going to see. We're already seeing self-driving cars come into play. So it's only a matter of time before we get self-driving semi-trucks over the road and they take over delivering our goods to everything. And that's going to take jobs away from people. So it's as we grow in a society, to be more intelligent and be more dependent on artificial intelligence and robotics, it's going to start taking jobs away from people. So in the end, my point is that we need to get back to the old days where we're old fashioned and that we depend on that. When we go to the store, try not to use the self-checkout lanes. Go actually interact with somebody, interact, have a conversation, say, how are you having a good day? Basically, as I discussed, if we keep on moving in that direction where artificial intelligence plays a huge factor, we're going to lose that interaction with humans. And so the next time you're out at the store, just stop and say hi to your local checkout person.